Anybody else know what I said? Okay. What I said was, hi, how are you? My name is Miss Connie. My dog's name is Judea. Judea and I are happy to be here. And thank you for having us. Do you know why I used sign language? Yes.
Because the dog is dead?
Yes, Judea is deaf. But she understands sign language. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Many years ago, we adopted a deaf dog who we named Hogan. We go Hogan because Hogan was a boy, so we do H up here for his name. Judea, we use the letter J, and we kind of use it down here because this is the sign for girl, and you're trying to sign her name. Can we all sign Judea's name? J. All right? And many years ago, when I adopted Hogan, deaf dogs were thought to be no good. You had to get rid of them. And I hate to say this, but some people believed they all needed to be killed. And if they weren't killed, they were thrown away, or they were mistreated, because they were different. Does being different mean that we have to be thrown away? No. How are we different? What are some of the ways that we're different? Yes? We are unique in our own ways. What's an example of that?
Playing sports, talking to people.
Some of us can play sports. Some of us are comfortable talking to people. What were you going to say? I'm sorry. You were going to say something? Pardon? No? You were going to say something? Up here? I don't know your names. What were you going to say? No? Well, that's okay too. Being shy is being different, right? Is it okay to be shy? Yes. Yes, it is. Was it okay for Hogan to be deaf? Yes. And when we adopted Hogan, I thought to myself, how am I going to talk with him? Well, my wonderful husband, Mr. Jim, went out and got me this book so that I could learn American Sign Language. This is what we use with people. And I thought if we taught him American Sign Language like people understand, then lots of people can talk with him. So this is what, and one sign at a time, we learn American Sign Language. Because I train dogs, and I always taught hearing dogs, what's the first sign we usually teach? Is sit, right? That's what we usually teach. So I thought, okay, we're going to teach him sit, but he can't hear. But, up. Judea, sit. And she sits and she lays down. All right, but I thought, he's not watching my hands though. He needs to understand that the hands do the talking, right? So what did I teach him? And I have to be ready because she's going to respond. I thought, I'm going to teach him cookie, like a cookie cutter. Can you all do that? Put a flat hand with your other hand. Cookie cutter, right? Well, as soon as I taught cookie, what do you think Hogan did? He watched my hand. All the time. All the time. And so does Judea. All right? I'm going to let her move around the room, but I want you to pay attention to me. Okay? Okay. So what have you learned so far? You've learned to say, sit, 2 legs over a chair. Everybody, sit. Sit. Right? And you also learned to say, we can't hear anymore, and the same thing happens to our dogs, right? So if they know some sign language, they can always hear us if they're looking at us, right? Yes, this is yes. Yes, yes. There were some untrue ideas about deaf dogs. One was that they're dumb, they can't learn. Well, Hogan and Judea learned sign language, right? Hogan learned over 70 signs in American Sign Language. 70. How many words, spoken words, do you talk to your dog with? 20, 25? But we're always talking to them, right? So that's untrue. They can learn. The other thing that was untrue was the thought it's hard to train them. Well, as soon as they know Cookie, they can learn, they watch, they're easy to train because they want that Cookie, all right? That they're not friendly. Deaf dogs aren't friendly. Is she friendly? I think so, yes. I think so. All right, that they're more likely to get hit by cars. How many hearing dogs get hit by cars? Lots, right? How many small children are in danger of getting hit by cars and we're always holding their hands, right? Dogs, any dog, does not know that the car is dangerous. So we have to teach them that cars are dangerous and we must keep them safe. So while it might be that they get hit by cars, all dogs can get hit by cars, like kitty cats, or deer, or squirrels, or bunny rabbits, or small children, right? The other thing is that they startle. You know when somebody jumps out from around the corner and it startles us? There's a saying that says, let sleeping dogs stay there, sleeping. Let sleeping dogs lie. Well, that saying was made because of hearing dogs, not because of deaf dogs. Any dog can be startled. So what do we teach? Not to be startled. So when she's sleeping, what do? I wake her up. She goes, what are you doing? The first couple times, did she startle? Yes. But does she now? So even your dogs at home, what should you teach them? To be wakened up suddenly, right? David, can I use you as an example? Okay, can you okay, so you lay down on Judea's mat, okay? So pretend David's a dog. Lay down. Lay down. Okay. Oh, he's going to get it. All right, so when I go up, the first time when she's sound asleep, or your dog's sound asleep, you go up and you just go. And David wakes up. Then I go and I go, right? And wake him up. And when he's used to that, he doesn't startle. Then I go and wake him up. Thank you, David. You can go sit down now. All right? So you gradually, and you must teach your dogs this. Right? What do you think Hogan wanted most of all in life? What do you think he wanted most of all in life? What do all of our pets want? I'm sorry? To be accepted. Yes. Love. Love. Those are the two key words. Unconditional love. Unconditional love. That's what Hogan wanted. And was he getting it the first part of his life? No. No. I will share with you, for the first year and a half of his life, Hogan was very badly abused. Badly. When we rescued and adopted Hogan, he was skinny, he was sick, he was small, he was afraid, and all he wanted was to be accepted and to be loved unconditionally. So I wrote his story because I believe everyone, whether you're two-legged or you're four-legged, should be accepted and loved unconditionally. So I wrote Hogan's Hope. What did he want? Everybody to be accepted and to be loved. Do we all want to be accepted? Yes. Do we all want to be loved? Yes. We all do. Hogan became so good at learning, he went on television. Has anyone heard of Jack Hanna? Jack Hanna's Wild Adventures? Yeah? Yes. Well, before Hogan learned over 70 signs, he was around 35 or 40 signs, maybe 45, I don't remember. He went on Jack Hanna's Animal Adventures on big television. Would you like to see that piece? It'll tell you more about deaf dogs. All right, so Mr. Jim is going to show us this video piece. It's not too long, so I'm going to hold your tail while you watch, okay? Volume up. John?
Dogs are always willing to help us out, but sometimes they need our help too. This family has a dog with special needs. Connie Bombaci was told that a deaf dog would be a burden. Most are put to sleep, but she turned the burden into a challenge.
Connie, how you doing? Nice
I'm
to see you.
fine. Good morning.
Jack Hanna.
Glad to meet you. Welcome. I'd like you to meet our puppies. This is Hogan.
Well, these are fire dogs.
Yes. This is Georgia. And the black lab is India.
Now, what were you were doing your,
I'm doing American Sign Language with them.
so this one's name is,
This is Hogan.
Hogan. Oh, I see.
Hogan. Hogan.
Hogan.
Hogan is a 3-year-old Dalmatian, or firehouse dog, deaf since birth. Hogan now recognizes 42 signs in American Sign Language.
My daughter Heather gave us the black lab, who has the Dalmatian in her. And she's so playful that she needed to make it. So we went to the Connecticut Humane Society, and they had Hogan, but he was deaf. He had some special needs. And they got along famously, and we adopted Hogan as part of our family, and decided that we wanted lots of people to be able to communicate with him. So we decided to use American Sign Language. Hogan, drop. Good. Yeah.
Now, can you show me some more signs? That was pretty neat how you did that.
Kiss is just putting your hands to the lips and your cheek, because these are the two places we get kissed. And you will kiss us. Hogan. you.
So now, how long would it take you to learn how to teach the dog to sit or no?
Just a couple minutes.
Really?
I could teach you how to make Hogan sit right now.
All right.
It's like putting your fingers like legs across a chair. Sit. And you make him sit.
Oh, wow.
There he goes.
Cool.
I tell him he's good because he said he likes to be told he's good. Yeah.
Did you pay?
Oh, absolutely. He loves to be touched.
It worked, didn't it? My dog will sit and yell at the top of my lungs. Now, what about when you want to feed him a treat?
Cookie. Cookie. It's like cutting out a cookie. Cookie cutter. Cookie.
And these are all signs for people as well as animals.
Yes. Another one is no. No. No is very important because I have to stop him from doing something dangerous. Like, you know, if he's eating something that he shouldn't be eating, I have to get him to drop it. Let's see if I can't get him to drop something. Hogan? 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 Drop. Drop. Drop it. Good.
You know, that is very difficult. You know, when you first see this, it looks like it's easy, but this is difficult. I mean, for an animal, it can't hear at all. And to get his attention.
Well, he has to see us. We oftentimes use the hearing dog to go out and get them for us. Or at night, if we want to call them in, we flash the light. When we're inside the house, we're banging on the floor because they can feel the vibration. So there's different ways to get their attention.
What do you think people can learn from watching how you work with your dogs?
I think what's most important is that people realize that deaf dogs just have special needs. They're not different in any other way. They love to play, they love to be loved, they like to be with people, and that we just need to communicate to them in their own way, just like we would to a human being that has a special need.
National Education Association.
If you'd like more information about Jack Hanna's Animal Adventures or a copy of today's show, just contact us.
We just got that. I just gave it out to her yesterday.
No.
Where that from?
I wouldn't believe you got dogs.
It's amazing to me because he learned it faster.
Yes, that was actually.
Have you ever wondered how a dog is trained to guide you blind? Or how customs don't?
That was actually hope. Can anybody tell me what the word hope means? What does it mean to hope? We talked about what Hogan hoped for was to be accepted and loved unconditionally.
Like, you want something to happen,
We want it to happen. Do we believe it's going to happen? Pretty much, don't we? What I want you to do for just a second, I want everybody to think, what do you hope for? What is something that you hope for? That maybe other people say, I'm not so sure you can do that. Or you say to yourself, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can get that. Well, what do you hope for? Think about that for just a minute, all right? I'm going to tell you a story from my book, and I do storytelling. And this is a story about a deaf dog named Hogan. And again, another untrue idea was that deaf dogs can't run free off the leash. Why? Why do you think they can't run free off the leash? Yes. run away and they can't hear. And what does that mean? They can get lost. Exactly. They'll be unsafe. And they can't hear us to be what? Called back to us. If their backs to us, can they hear us to say, hey, Hogan? No. So the idea was they can never run free. Well, we used to go on family vacations to doggy camp. And at this doggy camp, the dogs could do all kinds of things that doggies do. You know, like fetch ball, chase a frisbee, right? Well, there was a sport, a doggy sport called floor coursing. And what happened was the dogs would chase this white plastic bag around the field that was being pulled on a string by a motor. And the dogs would chase it and they would run after it and try to catch it. Hogan loved to run. Dalmatians love to run. Mr. Jim and I, every morning on our way to get coffee and breakfast, we'd go by this floor course and watch these dogs chasing the white plastic bag called the bunny. So they'd be chasing this bunny. And I said, Mr. Jim, Hogan would love to do that. And what did Mr. Jim say? We can't let him do that. What if he ran away? What if his back is to us and he can't hear us? Morning after morning we watched. And I kept saying, Hogan would love to do this. So, the little woman and her husband that were running this course, she put her cards down and she walked over to me and she whispered in my ear, Miss Connie, let him try. And I looked at her. She said, trust me. Let him try. He will come back. Oh, what do you think my heart did? It sank to the floor. Yes. Did Hogan bark? I'm going to show you a video and you're going to get your answer. Yeah, they can bark, yes. So, Mr. Jim went down the far end of the field, which was like 5 or 6 acres. Huge, like the football field. And I stood there with Hogan. And other campers went around the field, just in case. Well, most of the time, what's happening at a football game when you're cheering on your team? You're yelling and you're screaming and you're jumping up and down, right? Well, the other campers, the human beings, were cheering the dogs on. Go, Rover, go! Go, Mickey, go! While everybody knew that Hogan was deaf. And when they saw him go up to the start, everybody got because they went. Would you like to see Hogan run free for the very first time in his life? The very first time in his life. Here we go. We're going to watch Hogan run free. voices, any people cheering? No. They were all quiet. The only human voice you heard was mine, because I was so excited. But he ran free for the first time in his life. Judea loves to roar for us also. They need to be played with. Dogs need to be played with. We need to be played with. We need to do things that we love. We all have different things that we like, right? But we need to be able to do them. But can doggies get into a little bit of mischief too? Oh yes, let me tell you a quick little story. We had 3 dogs, the black lab, Hogan, and then the other Dalmatian who was also deaf. And every morning when we went off, we were teachers, went off to school, we would put them in this special crate where they could be all cozy in a bed and safe. Well, one day I came home from school. Well, usually every day when I came home from school, I'd unlock the crates and off into the backyard we'd go. Well, I came home one day and all 3 dogs are out of their beds. And I'm there. What do you think I thought? We didn't latch the crates, the cages, their beds right. We must have left them unlatched. So the next day, we're very careful. Very careful. And I said, Mr. Jim, did you latch those cages right? And he went, of course, I check them. And I'm thinking, Mr. Jim didn't latch them, right? Poor Mr. Jim. Well, what happens when I come home from school the next day? They're all out of their crates again. And I'm there, what? So the next day, I latched them. Well, the 3rd day in a row, I come home from school and they're all out of their crates again. So I said, we got to solve this mystery. Something's going on. Nobody's coming in. So we set up a video camera. I'm going to catch the culprit. Well, little Georgia, the littlest of the dogs, from the inside of her crate, took her paw and kept banging until the latch went into straight up. Then she took her nose and she pushed the latch over. And with the top of her head, pushed on the door, and out she was. Well, she wasn't happy. She wanted her brother and sister to be out. So what did she do? She went over with her paw and bang, 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 took her nose, lifted up the latch, pushed it over, and out they were. So can they get into mischief just like people? Yeah, they sure can. So, would you like to see a couple things that Judea can do for me? I'm going to go up on stage so you can all see. Okay? And then we're going to take a picture. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. This is, how do we say her name, everybody? Judea. And how do we tell her to sit, everybody? Just see me, to hear me. Sit. Listen to me. Sit. Stay. Now, Judea, stay is not one of the things she likes to do. Can you tell? Sometimes I have weak days. I'm not strong. So if I drop something, I need her to pick it up for me. And she picks things up. She also opens the refrigerator door for me because those hard magnets are difficult. And she's going to pick it up because she thinks I dropped it. I know. Has anybody heard of the 3-cup shuffle? No? Where you watch what's underneath the cups and they get shuffled all around and then you find what's under the cup? I want everybody to You have to stay. I have to take her leash off of her because the leash gets in the way. Stay. Stay. Of course, I talk to her. Put the cups down, right? Can everybody see? Yes. Okay. I'm going to take a cookie. No. You listen. I put it under a cup. And I'm watch. What do you think? Now, like Hogan, she likes to feed herself. She kisses, yes. But she has to be polite. And she's got to wait to be told to eat. Just like at our dinner table when we wait for everybody to get their plate, right? Here she goes. Sometimes the handle's stuck a little bit because I have rubber bands on it and it has to get unstuck. There she goes. Is she a good girl? Huh? How smart is she? Yes. But we can't let her eat too much or she'll get pudgy. Right, we don't want her to get pudgy. But she would eat the whole thing if she could. Yes, I know. Yes. Now, she is my service dog, and this is her vest. When this vest is on a dog, we don't touch them because they're working. But I took it off of her so she could meet her. How about if we all learn to say, friend, 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 okay? And for those of you, I'm going to let her move around, that want to kiss. Where are the two places we get kissed? Here and here. So, she's going to give kisses without him even asking. Today, kiss. She loves to be petted. She loves people. So, does anybody want to share with us what you are hoping for? What are some of your hopes? Yes? You're hoping to get a dog like Judea. Is that possible? Is that possible? Yes. Maybe not right now, but maybe one day. Right? What do you hope for?
Teach my dog how to do the same trick.
Okay. She's hoping that her dog can learn the same trick. Is that possible? Yes. Yes. Everybody say yes. Anything is possible if we hope. Do we have to work to make sure it's possible? Yes. It's not going to just happen. But what are the two most important things that we want? What are they again? I want somebody else to say. Yes. What are the two big things that we all hope for? Somebody new. Come on. Yes. And yes. We want it. I'm with you. I love cookies. What's the other thing we all want? Close. We do want attention. I'm sorry. accepted no matter what our differences are, right? I am going to give your teachers cards to take back to your classrooms. Middle school. And what I want you to do with your teachers is to talk about your hopes and to write it down. Listen careful, so I can listen careful. I want you to take this card, adults included, because we're still hoping. I was just saying, I didn't know what was happening. We all write down our hope. Alright? And I want you to put it somewhere that you see it every day. Mine is in the top drawer of my dresser where I get my undies. Because we all get undies every morning, right? And I see it. What does it do? It reminds me what I am hoping for. And I keep it where? Where do I keep it? In my heart. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to accept everybody. I want everybody to accept you. I want everybody to love one another, just like Hogan loved, and Judea is loving and accepting you. Is she discriminating against anybody? Is she pushing anybody away? Is she saying, no, I don't want you? No, she is saying, I love you. Everybody say that. I love you. Anybody have any questions? Yes. So, how can she because when I say cookie and I give her a cookie, she goes, oh, this means cookie. And she just slowly, just like when you have words that you speak, how do you know this is a finger? You can see it, but what did your mom and dad teach you when you were a baby? Yes, finger. And then they pointed to your finger. They said finger and pointed to your finger. And that's how you learn word by word by word. Any other questions? That was a great question. Yes.
Can you show me the sign for your welcome?
Same as good. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Or you're welcome. Or okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have some people that are deaf and can't speak, and they say thank you, and I want to respond back to them.
Okay, or you are, I don't know. I only know enough to talk to my dogs. All right, I'm going to give, pass these out. I'll pass those. You're all getting a bookmark. So in your textbooks and your class books, because if we can read, we can learn to do anything. Did you know that? If we can read, we can learn to do anything. All right, so you're going to go back and you're going to write down your hopes. Yes? Yes. And you're going to look at it every day. Yes? And you're going to love and accept everyone. Let's say it. We're going to love and accept everyone. So, is there anybody that can take a picture